What if Campari sponsors this video? They won't. Will they? Regardless. Aloha and welcome back to Spike's Breezeway Cocktail Hour. I hope you enjoyed last week's episode where we talked about the kahiki and made a cocktail called the Headhunter. This week, we're embarking on a cocktail that I've never tried before. It's one of the most famous tiki cocktails. It's just one of those ones where I've gone, yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. And it's mostly due to this fellow right here, Campari. Campari is a bitter. What is Campari? Yeah, it says bitter on the label. That's how bitter it is. The cocktail that we are featuring tonight is much newer than the cocktails that we usually feature on the show. It is from 1978, the Jungle Bird, from the Avery Bar in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. This is truly a tropical cocktail, whereas most of the cocktails that we've studied and talked about have been from places like tropical Hollywood. Yeah, this one's actually from Malaysia, but it's been one of those cocktails where people go, dude, you gotta do the Jungle Bird. And I go, I don't know, Campari. And they're like, no, it's great. And I am of the belief that any liqueur, regardless of how bizarre that liqueur is, specifically the super bitter Campari, in the right proportions, in the right context, is great. So tonight we try the Jungle Bird. And most contemporary bartenders have shifted this cocktail recipe to reduce the pineapple juice, change things around just a little bit, but we're gonna make the traditional recipe. And we're gonna do it in the glass that no, I'm just kidding. This is not the glass that it was served in. Though they do say at the Avery Bar in Malaysia, they did serve the drink in like these porcelain bird mugs or bird glasses or something like that. But this fellow is from the Halimanu in Nashville, a home tiki bar that we visited about a year or plus ago. And he only made a couple of these mugs. He gifted this mug to me and I'm so honored. This bird mug sits in my office up on one of the shelves and watches me as I edit all these videos. So I'm glad to finally put a cocktail in him. You excited to have a cocktail in you? Yeah, he totally is. And look at the, look at the coaster, because this bird has no feet, but when you put him on the coaster, totally has feet. And then when you take them away, his feet stay there. I don't know, it's funny. But for the Jungle Bird from 1978, we will be using fresh squeezed limes, unsweetened pineapple juice, simple syrup, Campari, and for the Jungle Bird, we're gonna be using Dr. Bird. Let's get it going with the lime juice. Oh, get back here. We will be doing half an ounce of lime juice. That is half a lime on the money right there. From the recipes that I've read that are not the traditional recipes, they cut way back on the pineapple juice. From all accounts, it's a better cocktail. But at least on the first go around, I want to try the really traditional recipe. And that means a mind-boggling 4 ounces of pineapple juice. Dude, that is a ton of one ingredient. Now, the Campari. You might note the size of my bottle of Campari. It's not very large. It's because I don't plan on using this very often. As I said, every ingredient's got its place. So, Campari. And I've never really tried Campari on its own. Man, that is bitter. I'm so scared of Campari. I think maybe I'll try like a little capful. At first whiff, it's like really dry. It smells bitter, but like flat. It doesn't smell lush and fragrant. That is really bitter. That is on par with Malort, in my opinion. If you've never tried Malort, go get yourself a bottle of Malort. You'll enjoy it. I know it's so cliche to say that this tastes like cough medicine, but it does. But I get why people like it, because in Negronis, in Jungle Birds, it finds its place. I'm very excited to make a cocktail using a spirit. I don't want to drink it by itself. Okay. We'll be doing 3/4 ounce of Campari. And to balance out some of that aggressive bitterness, we're gonna do half an ounce of simple syrup. And if you need to make this step at home, just 1-to-1 sugar to water. That is quite the color right there. It's like a salmon color. Salmon or peach, kinda. And then of course for the Jungle Bird, I had to use Dr. Bird. I consulted with some of my experienced cocksmithing friends. They said at the very least use an aged dark Jamaican rum, but if you want to go wild, the funk of Dr. Bird is great. Ooh. Oh man, there's something about that smell. It's just magical. And only 1.5 ounces of dark Jamaican rum. I've also heard that Caruba is very good with this. Now, the reason I say only 1.5 ounces of rum is because most cocktails usually seem to land around 2 ounces until you get into things like Navy Grogs and Zombies and stuff. All right, we're gonna fill a tin with some ice. Pour the cocktail into the tin, give it a smack, and away we go. The tin is frosty and cold, and we pour the Jungle Bird into the Halemanu from Justin Bird. Whoa, that's it. The Halemanu bird doesn't want to take anymore, so we get a little bit afterwards. And I think we're gonna go ahead and garnish it with a little bit of mint here. I think we're gonna try an updated version of this cocktail eventually also. So then we'll do like the traditional garnish. It's kind of backwards. It's like we're doing the traditional garnish with the updated cocktail. Right now we're gonna be doing this bizarre mug and just some mint for the garnish. Now he looks like he's got like a little hairpiece. And so from the Avery Bar in Kuala Lumpur in 1978, this is the Jungle Bird. I must say, I'm very excited to try this. Oh, that is a delight. Wow. Maybe it's because of the Dr. Bird. You get a big waft of that Dr. Bird as you come up. Of course, you get some mint and stuff. The Campari is there, but it's been pushed way back. So it's got like this nice bitterness to it, but the cocktail is very juicy. It doesn't taste overly pineapple juice, but it definitely tastes like more of a juice cocktail than like some very delicate spirit forward cocktail. This is just terrific. Wow. I can pour the rest in there now, I think. After last week's Headhunter, which might have been the most shocking cocktail of the whole series, like the whole series that I've done, almost 110 videos or something. Last week's cocktail was appalling. This is just a delight. Man, that's good. Somebody in last week's video was insulted because I used a cocktail that was like not the most ingratiating to the history and the lore of the Kahiki. And I don't know what to tell you. Like some of the best cocktail bars in the world, Don the Beachcomber himself even had cocktails where you go, dude, what are you doing? That doesn't mean that he's any less of a legend. That doesn't mean that his restaurant or his decor or anything is any less phenomenal. The Kahiki was an incredible place. So don't let a ridiculous cocktail change your mind about everything else that they did. And I don't think everybody thought that, but I got one comment and it was like, dude, the drink's the drink. People are like, why are you putting beer in there? Why'd you do that drink? Because dude, I'm trying to do as many vintage cocktails as I can. And maybe once in a while we will embark on something that's newer, but for now, vintage cocktails, regardless of their quality or whatever you think of them, you know, you can get all mixology on me all you want, but really, I'm interested in the old stuff. And this one, dude, is just so good. I don't know if you can hear it, but the fireworks at Disneyland are going right now. It's 9:30. I love being close enough to Disneyland that you can hear that kind of thing. And if you were expecting a very special guest tonight, sorry, just me and Sparky. Sparky, where are you? Sparky, come. Oh, this dog. He was hiding from me and then all of a sudden he just jumped on me. There you go. You want to be on the show? Do you like cocktails? No, you're a baby. He's a puppy. You want some of that? Your mom would be very upset at me bringing you that close to that cocktail. Where's the rat? Did you get the rat yet? Okay, go get that rat. Love that dog. Dude, I love this drink. It's so good. I'm so scared of Campari for some reason. I don't know why. It's one of those flavors that if you drink on its own, you go, what? I'm not a Negroni person either. They're just too bitter for me. In this cocktail, in these proportions, man, it is so good. Folks, I will be appearing on September 10th in Indianapolis. So if you are in that area, there's an event called Makahiki. It's being put on by the Puka Puka chapter of the Fraternal Order of the Moai at the Foundation Room in Indianapolis. So if you want to hear me speak, if you want to hear Beach Bum Berry speak, hear the lovely tunes of the Tiki 50 and the Manakooras and the DJing stylings of DJ High Tide. Yeah, dude, come to Indianapolis. Come to the Inferno Room. I've heard nothing but incredible things about them. And if you would like to support the Breezeway Cocktail Hour, you can join our Patreon, and for $10 a month, I will send you this membership pin. The only way to get this pin is to either be a member of the Patreon or be on the show. So what do you think's easier? Either become famous somehow, shockingly interesting, or pay the $10 and get the pin. Yeah, it's rad. I should wear it every time, huh? Dude, I love that drink. And I love holding this little bird in my hand. You know what they say about a bird in the hand? I think we're gonna cut it a little bit short this week. We have a lot to prepare for with tomorrow's special guest. Well, not tomorrow for you, but tomorrow for me. We will be recording the great Bob Gurr, Disney Imagineer, like one of the original Disney Imagineers, like Walt era Disney Imagineer, like designed the monorail and designed the Doom buggies and the Haunted Mansion and the Autopia cars and all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna be recording that episode tomorrow. I don't know if it'll air next week or the following week, but it's coming up and it's very exciting. So folks, if you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you aren't already. Enjoy the Jungle Bird, and I will see you next week. Aloha. Campari, the cocktail tonight is much newer than most of the cocktails that we do on this show. Get out of here. It's from the Avery Bar in Malaysia? Malaysia? What the hell's Malaysia? It's an Asian cocktail. Malaysian cocktail. It's a Malaysian cocktail. It's from my buddy Justin Bird from the I know it's so cliche to say that this smell. I know it's so cliche to. I know that it's so. But if you want to go wild, oh come on, man. Okay, what do we need? We need some ice. Ice. Fraternal Order of the Moai. Justin and Mo Bird's Holly Manu Bar. This one in Nashville. Nashville is like one of my favorite places in the whole world. Is that a jungle in Nashville or is that a forest? Feels jungly. Feels more jungly than foresty. Yeah, I don't know. But I love the music history. I love the current music. Well, I love the current old style music of Nashville. Sorry, Sparky's like, what are you doing? I love the Holly Manu Home Tiki Bar. I love Mo Bird's Navy Grog, where she adds butter. I don't have the recipe. It's phenomenal. So good. And Justin, I think, works with Ed Hamilton, too. If you are interested in learning more about Justin and Mo Bird and the Holly Manu, there is a link to the episode right here. Or somewhere. I don't know. That never really works. But my buddy Justin designed this mug. So rad. Like, so rad. Oh, did you notice? I brought some plants back. I know they were like here before, so we're working up to that, but at least there's some foliage up there. People are like, dude, I'm so bummed on your new set. I'm like, my new set's the same set, except this portion up here looks a little bit different. Stay tuned. All right, like last weekend I was busy doing all the shipping and everything. I think this weekend I'm gonna have some time to do the stuff that I wanna do up here. Maybe a little more of a Mai Kai look. So stay tuned, and hopefully you don't hate that also. Kind of buzzed off the Jungle Bird. Buzzin' Jungle Bird. Oh, dude, I've had the Buzzin' Jungle Bird at Strongwater. It's Strongwater. So maybe, I basically have had a Jungle Bird. Dude, it's a great drink. This might be one of my favorite new drinks. Maybe after the Breezeway, maybe after the Navy Grog, Jungle Bird. Into it. That's for you, Vincent. Aloha. Man, it is so good. And I look forward to trying the Smuggler's Cove version. I hear it is even... It's like a f***ing plane landing on the roof. He looks so surprised, huh? Beat it, bug. mosquitoes, dude.